All right, we're here today to talk about the Packers and that. What the fuck? All right, we're back on Talking Sports Unfiltered. I'm Andrew, and this is Miles. Are you good? You good, dude?
The Packers lost. Andrew, can you pass the tissues? I'm okay. All right, everyone. I'm one of your co-hosts, Miles Schultz. Sitting right next to me is Andrew Volkman.
Yep.
We are on our second bonus episode of Talking Sports Unfiltered. This is where we go no editing, besides the beginning, and we go through and we just talk. But we are mad now, right,
well,
Andrew?
Yeah, well, I'm mad at least.
I know I'm at it. I mean, there is steam coming out of my ears.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can see it. Yeah.
you just can't see it over the big hat I'm wearing.
No, I can see it. I don't know. I can't hear the whistling though.
Do I look like Cam Newton with my big hat?
You do look like Cam Newton. You're
Thank
missing
you.
the dreads.
Yes. Well, they're under there. You just can't see them.
Oh.
All right. Well,
I see.
obviously you can see this is unscripted. Anything goes. Anything can happen. We have no idea what happened. Last time we were at a bar. This time there will be no interviewing. Yeah, we're lucky we didn't get sued for anything that could have happened in that bar, right?
Yeah, totally.
All right, so let's talk about what we've wanted to talk about, and that's the green and gold. The Green Bay Packers, in their ugly loss to the Bears, blowing an 18-point deficit, 15 points
Yeah.
in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of like our 28-3. Sorry, Falcons fans, but at the same time, I'm not sorry because you guys beat us to go to that Super Bowl too. But you got your comeuppance in that one.
Yeah.
Here's one more for you right now.
This,
It was not a good game.
It's awful. It was awful, and I personally, at halftime, I went to McDonald's because I saw that they had a 93% chance to win.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, it's okay. I could go get some chicken nuggets, some chocolate shake. I come back, and all of a sudden it's a 3-point game, and I'm like, what just happened? And then Caleb Williams with his fingernail polish chucks the ball down the field, and
Yeah, so
it's
I think one of the things I've always admired about myself is that, like, very quickly after something like this, like when the Brewers lost in the NLCS to the Dodgers when they got swept like that, I was able to take, like, just a minute or two and, like, turn around and say, okay, it was a good season. It was a good season. Not how we wanted to end. Here's what needs to happen. Like, right off the rip, I'm able to form those opinions right away. And that's what I did with the Packers last night. I was talking with our good friend Hunter Wooler's father, Mr. Wooler. I was able to talk to him. It was a very good conversation I had with him about the future of the Packers. And we both agreed that something needs to change in the coaching department. 100% something needs to change. Whether that be Matt LaFleur, the head coach, Rich Bisaccia, the special teams coordinator, whether that be the GM, Brian Gutekunst, who's on an expiring deal as well. Something needs to change. And just right then and there, I knew that I wanted Matt LaFleur to be out as head coach.
wow.
But, however, it's a day later. We're approximately, what would you say, like,
20 hours later.
20 hours later. 20 hours later. That's a fair assumption. So, 20 hours later, I've come to the conclusion that I want Matt LaFleur gone if there's another candidate out there like a John Harbaugh or like someone at his level that we would feel confident replacing Matt LaFleur with. Maybe not John Harbaugh level, but like Ben Johnson type of coordinator that's ready to take the next step and lead the offense, because that offense last night was absolutely pitiful. We gave up a lot of points because our offense couldn't stay on the field, and at that point, it was just all bad. Like, we kept giving up punts. Our defense was back out there. They were tired. It was in the cold. It was windy.
Right.
Could not get anything offensively going. That's what caused us to give up that many points. And even a touchdown for Matthew Golden couldn't save anything.
Well, yeah. Well, first of all, someone deserves to be fired. Matthew Golden finally got his opportunity, and boy, did he shine.
Yeah.
Right? He scored his first NFL touchdown technically.
Like, I swear that Matt LaFleur just hates Matthew Golden.
Right. He hates him, which I don't understand.
Like,
because he was so good.
Yeah, we drafted him in the first round, like, after, 23 years? So, I mean, why are we not using him more? Like, if we have that philosophy of we have so many good wide receivers, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed maybe, Dontavian Wicks maybe. If we're not going to continue to have that philosophy, why not are we not using the friggin' first round pick wide receiver?
I see. That's why I don't understand. He had, 4 receptions for like 86 yards and a touchdown? Like, he was flying with the ball in his hand.
Yeah.
He kept the season alive on that 4th down.
Yeah.
Where he got it, he moved the chains. He was so good. And he's exciting to watch. He's like a guy who you want. You go to any Packer party and they're cheering for Matthew Golden.
Yeah.
Everyone wants this kid to succeed. Everyone. There's no one in the Packers fan base that doesn't want Matthew Golden to succeed.
Yeah, exactly.
The question is, what is going on where the offense is not built to help this guy? How are guys like Bo Melton getting more snaps than Matthew Golden?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, which is why
Also,
I believe someone should be fired over
Also, why was Emmanuel Wilson not playing in that game? We needed a running back that could get downhill and charge through the lines when Josh Jacobs couldn't, on like those short 4th down runs, which I want to also talk about those because those always make me mad. Why was Emmanuel Wilson only getting like 2% of the snap count that night? Also, why was Matt LaFleur always calling plays out of the shotgun for runs on 3rd and short or 4th and short? Like, I don't understand that at all.
It doesn't make sense.
Get Jacobs going downhill for crying out loud.
Yes, and the offensive line was off. I mean, we're on our 3rd string center.
Yeah.
For crying out loud.
I mean, to be fair though, like he like in the snaps he did play, it didn't look like he was messing up too bad. Like
the final play was a fumbled snap.
That's true. Sorry, I forgot about that.
I
forgot about that part.
The whole offensive line was awful. And that was something we've known for years, right?
Yeah.
Like, since Bakhtiari got hurt and left, that was something we knew. But Jordan Morgan, bust first-round pick. Like, this is where some of Goody's picks, Goody's made very good moves. Bringing in Micah Parsons, great move. Bringing in Josh Jacobs, Xavier McKinney, drafting Edgerrin Cooper. Some of these recent things that have happened.
Tucker Kraft, too.
Have saved his career, right? Yeah. But he also makes some very stupid decisions. And, like, Keyshawn Nixon giving him that big contract, that was dumb. Giving Nate Hobbs and Aaron Banks big contract, that was dumb, right? And then I love the move to bring in Trayvon Diggs. And then guess what? He played what? 1 snap, 2 snaps?
Yeah, we didn't even play him in that game.
And Carrington Valentine was getting cooked, which granted, he's a 7th-round pick. Like, I guess that's what you expect, but why is he our number 2?
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. Faults on the coaching and the GM. Like, I will credit this. I don't think the Aaron Banks signing has been, like, the first year the Aaron Banks signing has not been good.
Yeah.
It's not been good.
Yeah.
However, 2 more years left, or, like, I would say, like, give him a year or 2 more to really prove himself.
It could get better.
If he has more protection around him on the offensive line, I feel like maybe he can do a little bit more. Because on the offensive line with the 49ers, he did have Trent Williams right next to him.
Right.
So I feel like we just need a competent left tackle. But, like, at the same time, if you need someone else to help support a guy that you're paying all that money, like, is he really worth it?
Right.
Like, that's my one concern. And Rasheed Walker, like, he should be gone.
He's not going to be back
Rasheed Walker should be gone.
The penalties.
Yeah, the
he
penalties.
gets like 30 penalties a game.
Like, he's gotten better, but it's still not good.
It's
still not good. Sean Ryan, I did like him coming out of the draft originally, but it's clear to me there's no place for him right now.
He's just not good.
I do like Anthony Belton a lot.
Anthony Belton, he is promising.
I feel, and Zach Tom, we didn't have Zach Tom in this game either.
Right,
that was
he's
unfortunate.
Good.
Jordan Morgan, I feel like he's going to stay on the roster, obviously. And I feel like we should, like, the things with some of our O-linemen, like, it took Elton Jenkins a little bit to get going to find his spot. It took Sean Ryan, like, a place to find a spot, but then he lost it. So, like, maybe we have to give Morgan, like, 1 more year to really, like, the 3rd year I feel like is going to be make it or break it for Jordan Morgan, I feel like, on that offensive line.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what a lot of, I feel like, Goody's guys, I do remember going back to the draft that Goody said, like, he doesn't expect his first-round picks or top picks to be an impact right away.
I do remember that.
Which, I mean, is crazy because that's exactly what happened with Matthew Golden, right?
Yeah.
All the fans, we were like, Matthew Golden's going to be Rookie of the Year, right? Everything's going to be great. But Goody warned us. Like, looking back on it, this is exactly what was expected to happen, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Devontae Adams started off slow,
yeah.
Right? Like, the one stat I was a little bit worried about was since 2018, Matthew Golden and 1 other receiver are the only first-round rookies to not score a touchdown their first year. You want to know who that was?
It was Kadarius Toney.
It was Kadarius.
That popped up on the broadcast last night. That did scare me too.
That was I was about to cry.
Yeah.
Because that was awful to see.
However, I think the one thing we can be a little bit more excited about is that I think Matthew Golden actually has hands.
Matthew Golden, man.
Yeah. Like, I think for me, though, the decision to not play Matthew Golden and get those snaps, I think, is a thing that really falls more on Matt LaFleur. Because
Right.
he's the one calling the plays for the offense. But for the offensive lineman like Goody has drafted with Anthony Bell and guys like that, or not Anthony Bell, excuse me, Jordan Morgan, guys like that, that's more so Goody not choosing to draft skill players and instead drafting depth guys
Right.
first.
That's just stupid. A
It,
first round pick, you
yeah.
should be drafting an impact player.
Yeah, and I feel like especially for Jordan Morgan, like in that draft, there's someone else we probably could have went and got instead. Like I would probably like Emeka Buka could not Emeka
No,
Buka, that was this year. Sorry, Graham Barton, the guy the Buccaneers
Graham Barton,
draft. Graham Barton, I feel like would have been nice. He was a guard. Cooper DeJean, yeah.
Andrew, Cooper DeJean. Imagine having Cooper DeJean and Edgerrin Cooper.
I know that hurts my soul so much.
And I was saying Packers DeJean, and then all of a sudden he fell to the first round. I was shocked.
And then the Eagles trade up to get him like that.
Like the Eagles defensive backs are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
so bad.
It's just like Goody makes.
And we've done that before with Brian. We didn't get Brian Branch either. Like we passed up on him.
Well, that's the thing. We knew. Everyone knew there was a few things wrong with the Packers. Number one, drops. That was the big thing. We addressed that by drafting Matthew Golden.
And it has gotten better this year.
It's gotten better, right? Because we're not relying on some of these inconsistent guys.
Jaden Reed did have one drop in that game, but he picked it up. He got the next play.
Yeah,
that helped us.
But going back to what I was saying here, there was three problems, right? Dropped, got better with Matthew Golden. Pass rush, got Micah Parsons. Cornerback. We knew going into the draft that we needed a cornerback. And you know what we did? We drafted one in the 7th round. That was the first. Instead of drafting Savion Williams, we should have been drafting a corner.
Yeah, I don't even remember that. I didn't remember for a second that Savion Williams was on the team.
That's the thing. Dude, why would we take another receiver?
Yeah.
And then we took Colin Oliver, a pass rush. Like, I like that pick because he looked really good.
Yeah.
Colin Oliver and Barron Sorrell both looked.
Yeah. Colin Oliver, though, like, it sucks that he's been hurt. Like, I feel bad for him. Like, I'm willing to give that pick a little bit more grace because I feel like we just need more help on the pass.
I'm okay with that.
But in hindsight is 2020. We just needed to probably prioritize. Like, we went so heavy in one position, like with wide receiver and pass rush, that we didn't really spread out enough depth everywhere.
We didn't. Yeah. Like, and then you look at it. What else did we get? Oh, and the 7th round rookie Micah Robinson isn't even on the team anymore. Yeah. Right? The Dolphins picked him up. Like that. So the guy we drafted isn't helping.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Kamal Haddon was getting time. Like, you got guys who never play were getting time, and then not playing Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah.
That's 2-time Pro Bowler.
That's just like you can partially maybe say like, oh, he hasn't been with the team very long, but he's in the friggin' playoff game that you need him for. Like, that's why you brought him in.
You brought him in. You didn't pay him to play with the backups for one game against the Vikings. Like, that's not, to me, he better be back next year.
Yeah.
He better be back next year.
I want him starting over Nate Hobbs.
Oh, for sure.
100%. I want
over Hobbs.
I want Nate Hobbs like gone.
I didn't like the Nate Hobbs signing when it happened.
Yeah, me neither.
It was stupid.
Like, it was a 4-year deal. It's a 4-year deal. Like, the good thing is with that deal is that he's realistically on the team for one more year, and then we can cut him. Like, only 2 years of that money is guaranteed, but like, come on.
I would take Eric Stokes over him because Stokes actually didn't do awful. No, and that's saying something because I did not like Eric Stokes.
And his rookie, like, probably like side by side. If we looked at Nate Hobbs this year and Eric Stokes last year, Eric Stokes I think played more games than Nate Hobbs. Yeah. And also didn't get like busted in covers that much too. Hey, pause, hold on. So yeah, like I see your point there. So yeah. Some of the moves at the end of the day Goody's made are good, but the drafting, like his style of drafting does not really make sense. It doesn't make sense very much.
Yeah, well, look at it. Like, look at some of the guys he's drafted. Jordan Love when you had Aaron Rodgers. That was a crazy pick. Now look at, we got a franchise guy who threw 4 touchdowns in the playoff game.
I will grant that is like that was probably like a smarter move.
Love, Morgan, Golden. Like, I think he's smart. He's smart. He's ahead of his time. Yeah, I'll say that because everyone drafts to win. Yeah, I feel like we kind of draft for the future.
To stay ahead.
But the question is, when does it become we need to win?
Yeah. I will say this, considering, like, I'm trying to, like, here, hold on. I'll stop there with that one. I'll get to that in a minute. But, like, just something needs to change with, like, we know that something needs to change, whether that's Matt LaFleur or Brian Gutekunst or,
Well,
so I don't know. Like,
to me, here's some of the coaching aspect. This is what I got from the game. First of all, Jeff Hafley blew his shot to be a head coach in this league.
My one, like, kind of pushback against that is the offense was punting 3 straight times. Defense didn't get any breaks. That's probably like a reason why.
But so they did get interceptions. They were getting interceptions. They were getting sacks. Like they were.
Yeah. So Jeff Hafley's defense is still good. It's just, he probably did blow his shot.
Yeah.
But he's not a bad defensive coordinator.
No.
And in that game, it's not gonna fall on him because the offense could not do anything.
Right.
Who does that fall on? It falls on Matt LaFleur. It falls on his play calling, which has been a problem this year because he calls it out of the shotgun on 3rd down for a run so many times when you can't let a guy like Josh Jacobs get downhill. And in that game against the Bears, he was looking great.
Yeah.
He was finding holes. And an offensive line that's battered. So, like, it's the play calling.
But that's the thing. To me, Matt LaFleur put the target on his back from day one. Being the play caller was not a smart move for him. Because now, say, same game. Everything the same happens, but Adam Stenavich, the offensive coordinator, is calling this game. It's easy. Stenavich is gone. LaFleur fires him, brings in one of his buddies like Cliff Kingsbury or Mike McDaniel, right? Because they've been together. They're the young guys. And then we have an elite offense, right? But doing this, LaFleur is putting the Packers in a very difficult situation.
Yeah.
Because he's been on the team for 7 years. He's made it 6 of the 7 years. And the one he didn't make was Rodgers. Rodgers last year?
It was Rodgers last year.
Yeah, so I think, like, with this new regime, he's been able to do it. He's just not, like, they hit the playoffs, it's nothing. Yeah. There's nothing going on. And he's good. To me, I would rather have Matt LaFleur than John Harbaugh. Hot take. I don't care.
I agree with that.
I mean, 18 years, 1 championship. No offense to John Harbaugh.
At this current moment, that Matt LaFleur might be better than anything out there because he's been with the team. Like, you don't want to suddenly change things up so abruptly, especially when we do have you make changes when it's clearly going downhill, and I don't think the Packers are clearly going downhill yet.
No, I think, but it was the injuries.
Yes, I wanted to make that point, is that considering all the injuries we had, Elkin Jenkins being out for the year, Devontae Wyatt on the pass rush being out for the year, Micah Parsons on the pass rush being out for the year, so many injuries, and not to mention Nate Hobbs being injured. Like, I know that's not really a thing, but on the offensive line, Zach Tom was hurt. He's missed this game. That was really big. We didn't have Tucker Kraft. We didn't have a good chunk of receivers for a good portion of the season, like at the end of the regular season. We didn't have 2 quarterbacks. Didn't have Love or Willis at one point this season, and yet we still made the playoffs. Like, that's the good thing we can take away from this, is that it gives us hope for next year that when we do have all these guys back healthy, because I don't think that Kraft or Parsons or Jenkins might be able to come back for day one. Same with Zach Tom. But it gives me confidence that when we get all these guys back and healthy, we can actually be a Super Bowl contender. And
I would agree.
And that mostly, and when we can't do that, and when those guys are off the field, it really concerns the depth that we have. And it shows that our roster was not very deep. Like, it has been in previous years, but this year it wasn't.
Well, you look at it, Colston Loveland tore us apart. That's clear.
Yeah.
We would be doing the same thing if we had Tucker Kraft.
Yeah.
But instead, Luke Musgrave, who was actually taken before Tucker Kraft in the same draft, had 1 catch for 9 yards.
Yeah.
To me, that falls on Goody, right? Yeah. Tucker Kraft went down before the trade deadline.
Yeah.
There were guys like David Njoku. I would have been calling up. I'd be like, hey, I'll give you a 4th-round pick. I know that's a lot, but we need a playmaker. And we just don't have. When Wiley that guy got more playing time than Matthew Golden.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't make sense, which, again, it falls on the floor, right? The kind of the play calling he was doing, right? Like, but losing Kraft, right? We lost him after that, like, huge game. He had, like, the 100 yards, 2 touchdown game he had. That was a huge loss. And so then you think, well, Are we blaming LaFleur? Are we blaming Mother Nature? Like they got hurt. Like
Yeah.
I think once Parsons got hurt, it was down the drain.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
So I think what we can take away from this is that something needs to change.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's LaFleur being fired, which may not be the best option right now, considering what the head coaching market is.
Mm-hmm.
Firing Goody, which it's also a questionable decision. Like maybe a radical change isn't needed right now,
Right.
but we know that something needs to change. Whether that's something on like the offense, like you need to bring in like someone else to call the plays with offensive coordinator, excuse me, or you need to add more depth, do something else to address the needs. Like that's something that
Yeah.
needs to be addressed because that loss, like 3 straight losses against a team like the Bears, like that, where you have a lead on them and then lose it coming from behind, like the Bears did.
Yeah.
It's unacceptable.
Well, okay, so we're on a 5-game loss streak, and that was bad. I'm gonna give you my solution, and then you'll give me your solution. Okay. My solution to this: you don't fire LaFleur. Maybe last year with guys I would love, Mike Vrabel, Liam Cohen, Ben Johnson. With those guys, I could 100% see LaFleur getting fired.
Yeah.
But with this year, there's just not a standout guy to me. Maybe Cliff Kingsbury, but he hasn't proved himself. Mike McDaniel, again, he just hasn't fully proved himself, even though they're offensive gurus. So here's what I'm going to say. Goody, Ed Policy, talked to Matt LaFleur. They're like, hey, it's not working right now. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to fire Stenovich. All right, I know some people aren't going to like that, but that's what I'm saying. Stenovich goes as offensive coordinator. Then we bring in some sort of guru, right? I'm thinking Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah.
But Mike McDaniel, I'm fully open to.
Yeah.
And you go in with this, you hand the play calling over to them.
Mm-hmm.
You say, LaFleur, listen, we love you. We love what you can do. You're a genius. You're a great guy. But we're going to hand it over to someone else because we feel like it's just a little bit too much for you right now.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the final straw for him. If this happens again next year, LaFleur's done.
Yeah.
And then adding on to this, Goody. I think Ed Policy, because again, both these guys are on expiring deals.
Yeah.
Ed Policy, it's his first year, and he's going to have to make big moves.
Yeah.
And to me, he's going to give these guys another chance. Goody, what he's got to do, bring in cornerbacks, no question. Without, like, there's no question in my mind. They don't have to be expensive. I want to see some underrated corners, and I want to see some draft picks that are corners.
Also, offensive line. Don't forget about the offensive line. Just to add some depth there too.
We need depth. I would also, I would like to see some sort of move to enhance that offense just a little bit more. I know you're like, what move? There's not a lot you can move, but maybe getting a more solid backup tight end. Maybe with Wilson leaving, I think you do something like that.
Doesn't need to be the world ender,
right?
Like Micah Parsons was.
Right. So I think you need one more solid thing, and then here's the other thing I want to talk about. That offensive coordinator we bring in, I want them. The first person they meet is Matthew Golden, and Christian Watson. Those two. Yeah. That's the future.
And they should. I want to add on to that. I'm hoping you're also thinking about bringing back guys like Romeo Doubs in that conversation too.
Right. Well, I don't think it's the end of the world if Doubs doesn't come back.
It's true.
But I would love to see him come back because he had 131 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
In this game, like he had a huge game, but
if the price tag is too much for the role that he's not gonna have, then probably not.
Then it's not gonna work. But that's to me. There need to be changes.
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna every year we go in and we do. I feel like we don't do much.
Walking on the line of mediocrity. It's the trail of mediocrity.
Yeah, I don't want to see this fall off again because if I'm at Policy and I see this fall off again, they're both gone, and that's the sad reality. And it's not Love's fault. Love balled.
Love is good.
Love balled out.
I hate the truthers out there that always say they'd rather have Malik Willis in there than Jordan Love. Yeah. Like I will admit, Malik Willis is good. It's just that
he's fun to watch.
He's fun to watch. He'll get the people excited, but he's not the answer.
He's not the answer.
Malik Willis is not sustainable.
All love.
So I'd much rather have Jordan Love in there right now. So, is that the end?
What is your solution to this problem?
So, I will say this. Last night, right after the game, I
Yeah.
was ready to say that Matt LaFleur needs to be fired. I was ready to say that Brian Gutekunst needs to be fired. I was ready to say that Adam Stenavich needs to be fired. I'm still saying that Adam Stenavich should be fired. But I agree with the fact that it's probably not the best idea to make such radical changes right now with firing both of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, though, that taking LaFleur off play calling, getting someone else in there to call plays is probably the best idea. And then putting both LaFleur and Gutekunst under a microscope for next year.
Mm-hmm.
Give them like one more year, maybe. Well, yeah, just give them one more year. Put them under a microscope for ed policy and see what they do. If they don't play to the expectations that or the needs that we have for them, then they're gone.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think they should try to bring back Romeo Dobbs, and they just got to fill out more depth everywhere. Corners, linebackers, pass rush, offensive line, all those spots need to have some more depth in there because come playoff time when all those guys are gone, most likely again, because we don't know when injuries are going to pop up again. We need to have guys that are ready to step up. And I think with guys like Colin Oliver, like Barron Sorrell, like Nazir Stackhouse, who you really like.
I do like Nazir Stackhouse.
With those guys ready, I think that will be helpful on the D-line because at least at that point, they'll be they're not just warm bodies out there anymore.
Yeah.
And same with the cornerbacks in the secondary. We need guys like Zane Anderson, who are probably special teams guys, to step up and take place.
Yeah.
We need guys like the Keyshawn Nixon story from 2 years ago where he was picking off plays every single time. Those type of players we need to step up, though, and we need those types of players to be on the roster. And then Matt LaFleur just needs to hold his players more accountable because you and I, this is something that we haven't talked about yet today, is maturity. The penalties are crazy, and he's not holding his players accountable. You're letting your players not stay locked in and not finish the game.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell, he'll make sure you finish the game.
Right.
If you're on the Lions. He will make sure you go into halftime and say, good job, work's not done, get the F back out there and play football.
Yeah.
And don't let them score anything. Don't let them get an inch of yardage.
Yeah.
He will say that. We need Matt LaFleur to do that. That's one of the things that I believe ed policy should be looking at. Can he hold his players accountable and make them finish? Because that's the main issue that we are looking at with these last couple games. We lose to the Broncos, lose to the Bears twice actually. Now the third time.
It's the second half. I completely agree, right? And the other thing is like the mouthing off, right?
Yeah.
Keyshawn Nixon, like I'm not gonna say sucks because he's top 5 in pass deflections, but he's given up a lot, right?
Yeah.
And he talks crap every time.
Maturity.
The maturity you talked about. It's not there, and I get we are the youngest team in the NFL, but I agree with you. Like, LaFleur is not holding his players accountable. We are losing these games in the second half.
One more thing is Rich Bisaccia better bring his freaking A game, dude.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason that Brandon McManus, a guy that has been very consistent, I know he's battled injuries this year. I'm going to give him that. It's been a rough year for him. But there's no reason that your kicker, after an amazing year last year, can't come back from injury and go into Chicago and make all those kicks he missed.
Yeah.
There's no reason for that.
He's done.
Rich Bisaccia is the highest paid special teams coordinator in the NFL. He is the assistant head coach. I do not want him being the head coach when Matt LaFleur gets fired or when Matt LaFleur gets ejected from a game.
Yeah.
Not saying that Matt LaFleur is going to get ejected from a game because he doesn't have the balls to do that.
Yeah. Whoa.
So
it really is unfiltered here, folks.
So, I mean, he needs to step up. LaFleur needs to step up. Goody needs to step up.
Yeah.
If not, get them all out of there. Never let them come back into Lambeau like Joe Barry did.
Yeah.
Because realistically, like, they're in the same position as Joe Barry was.
They are in the same position. The thing is, I don't know if you give McManus another shot. I mean, he blew it.
Yeah.
You can't miss extra points.
The thing is, though, like, I don't see any kickers out there on the draft market, and I don't want to bring in a rookie kicker. I really don't. I really don't.
But
you're paying him money that you're going to have to uphold anyway. You might as well just leave him on there.
Right, but it's just, like, to me, I'd be like, Haversick, are you getting better? Like, are you...
Like, maybe Haversick would be the guy I look to explore, but
I would.
For the Packers, though, you can't take chances.
Yeah.
You can't take chances.
But then in big moments, we always...
I know, but it's like you got to choose. You're taking the chance on the young guy, the substitute teacher, Haversick, or you're taking the chance on the veteran.
Yeah.
I guess that's a very valid point. So
Yeah.
that's something I don't think we can answer right here.
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, Rich Versace a few years ago when Derek Carr was still on that team, he was the interim head coach,
Yeah.
right? And he didn't get the job, and I was super excited when we brought him in because I was thinking, if this guy was getting talks for head coach, he's gonna be our guy. Special teams have not looked good. They've looked better. I remember they used to be really bad. That
Yeah.
game against the Niners in like the NFC Championship,
Oh, yeah.
that was awful, right?
Yeah.
But there are problems that need to be fixed. And I think it was clear that it wasn't our year this year anymore.
No.
Our time was up, but we should have won that game.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no question.
100%.
We weren't going to beat the Seahawks,
No.
but we should have beat the Bears.
100%.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's our 30-minute rant on this.
Wow.
So, yeah, you can clearly see that we were not happy about this game.
No, we were not.
So let this be a message out to everyone at the Packers, Matt LaFleur, Brian Gutekunst, all those out there. Like, if they see this, I don't think they'll see this. But let this be something that maybe gets your minds going, what you want to see out of the Packers for next year.
Yeah.
So with that, that's a wrap on Talking Sports Unfiltered number 2. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Miles.
Packers, go get them next year, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Go Pack, go, baby.